story.
I thought it'd be a cool video to have like a drive. Maybe we're talking about was interesting as hell, but it frees up and stop talking about stuff.
Oh.
But so like it's not just a joke that I'm like looking for the somebody kind of girl or whatever.
Right?
Like it's true, you know.
Yeah,
like
you
it's a
want
true
a
joke.
girl.
And like, so like this girl, like, you know, I'm like talking to her or whatever, and then like we hook up, and like, and I feel like I've been telling every fucking girl this. I'm like, look, like, me and Liz, you know, we were together for like a dozen years, and fought till the fucking day we finally like were over that like what our anniversary date was, because we were both like still dating, right?
When you got together.
When we got together, like we're out dating, and like she fucking, like what really happened is she banged some fucking guy, like cause she was out dating, and she went out and banged some fucking guy. And I was like the same way that I am now, where I'm like she said that she was all turned on that I fucking just got divorced, and I'm like brokenhearted about my fucking wife, you know, having to leave her and thinking it was fucking everything forever or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that's the kind of guy I want, you know. So she like jumped, right? But then she goes out and hooks up with some other guy. And then she hooks up with me again, and I'm like I just like feel it, you know?
Yeah?
And I'm like, did you fucking hook up with somebody else? And she's like, yeah, I'm just like out dating, you know? And I'm like,
That should be the giant red flag that says, like, no.
yeah, I should have fucking dumped her right then.
Yeah.
But there was like a million different reasons for me to dump her.
Yeah.
You know? And so like whatever. And so like we hook up, and she still doesn't want to call it official. Right? And then I go down to the bar and like bang some random bitch at the bar. Right?
Okay.
And then I go back to Liz, and there's like scratches on my dick, right? And
How
she
do
was
you
like,
get scratches on your dick, by
she
the
said,
way?
how do you got scratches on your dick?
Yeah. How do
I said,
you?
I was banging some fucking hairy ass bitch from the bar.
What?
Bitch had like a big ass, like, you know, hairy ass pussy. You know, just
And that
fucking shit.
scratched you?
Yeah, it was just fucking.
Okay, I've never heard of such a thing, but let's go on with the story,
Okay,
because
well-
it's probably inappropriate at this
Well,
point.
one thing is, I last multiple hours in bed. Like hours and hours and hours. So most women can't take it. Right? And if you got a hairy ass pussy, it's probably gonna, like, chew up my fucking dick. This is the way it is. I don't know if you've ever been fucked for hours and hours and hours.
Well, I don't know that you can put this all on
YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Really? You could talk about, like, fucking?
Yeah, you can't put videos of.
Oh, you could talk about it. You
Yeah.
just can't show it.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had, like, all-day sessions, yeah.
And were you
Oh.
like,
Oh.
out? Were you like, huh?
I had to go to the hospital once.
Okay, so you had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the doctor, who was this old lady, she's probably like as old as I am now.
Yeah.
She had long gray hair, like me. And she said, well, maybe you should find a new hobby. That was funny. Ought to be young again.
Yeah. But so that's the start of me and Liz. Was I went back and banged her after I'd just been with some girl with a hairy ass pussy. And she goes, okay, let's be official. Because she didn't want to share. Right?
Okay.
Like, she was okay with if I had to share with
Yeah, and
like,
that's
her
like the opposite.
boyfriends
Right.
from East LA guy.
Oh.
Right?
Yikes.
But if I go out and bang some random bitch from the bar with a hairy ass pussy, then she can't have that. So she wanted to be official. And so that was our anniversary, was when she said she wanted to be official. And I'm like, why do we gotta count our anniversary from the day after I banged some broad from the bar? Instead of when we fucking met. You know? Like, cause she didn't want to feel bad about fucking banging some other guy when we first met. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But anyway, so-
well, but you never got married. And
Yeah.
most people who get married count their anniversary from when they got married. Except for
Yeah.
like with me and Mike, we got together right away,
Whatever.
but we didn't get
I
married
don't
for
care.
a year.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't
But,
care.
so I've been telling these girls, look, if we went on a first date and we like made out, like, I don't want to repeat Liz with our relationship. I know we're dating, we're out looking for someone. I'm like, if you want to keep fucking looking for someone, then
Yeah, that's a
we can
good
break
point.
up.
No, that's a very good point. Like when people say, oh, we're just dating, I want to get to know you, then don't have sex. Like,
Yeah.
don't have sex with anyone until you have
But, like,
at least committed enough
Yeah.
that you're gonna
you can be
try
like,
to be together.
yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you could be like, oh, you know, or like, you know, you meet and you just have like first date fucking magic and you end up banging, right?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean you should be like going down to the bar and meeting somebody else who's got big fucking tits and banging her too, you know?
Right.
Because there's always someone else.
Right.
There's always like,
and
it
there
don't-
always is when you
Like,
get
there
married.
always is someone
there's
else.
somebody else
Yeah.
that sounds better on paper.
There's somebody that's got something better going on. always going to be a
There's
girl
somebody
who's
richer
let's say I
or
get
prettier.
richer. There's somebody who's going to like not richer, but he's a bigger spender.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, more generous.
Like he's like more rich. He's going to
Yeah.
be more generous, or like a girl.
Nicer body.
They're going to be like better at blowing. They're going to be like more likely to. You know, they're going to be like, you know, prettier, or they're going to be like
They'd be a better mom.
yeah,
in
they're
your
going to
eyes.
wear less makeup. They're going to wear more makeup. You know, there's going to be
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
They're going to be into the same band as you.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be like, you know, also a poker player or something. You know, like
Right.
they're going to like teach you how to play tennis. You know. Oh, I just really like that I
Yeah.
can teach you how to play tennis.
Or they're very athletic.
Yeah. Like,
So
there's
there's
always
more
going to be
fun.
something else with somebody else. And it's never going to, like, there's never going to be like oh, that person is just much better than every other person in the world. You know?
Yeah.
In every way. So, like, there's always going to be something. But,
And then, like, it's funny that we expect this other person that we get with to be perfect, but, like, I'm not perfect. Like, I'm not even
yeah.
what I want to be as perfect. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not as thin as I like to be
Yeah.
at the moment. I'm not as
Yeah, right.
smart as I want to be.
And there's always
So, like, what am I gonna
there's
do?
always
Teach
like
myself?
a negative way to look at everybody,
Yeah,
including yourself.
right.
You can never look at yourself
But
and
we
be
don't
like,
get rid of
I
ourselves.
am like without, you know, there's nothing wrong ever, you know. And then like there's always something wrong that you did, you know.
Right. And like it used to bother me before I got married, you know, like when I was young. And people would, like guys would say like, oh, I don't want to get married because I think that like it would be boring to have sex with the same person all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, I can't tell you how many hours I've logged of masturbation, and I have never gotten bored. Like, how are you going to get bored?
Yeah, people are dumb as shit, dude. But I've been telling girls, like, if we make out, fucking, we're together. I don't want to, none of this, like, we're just dating, none of this, like, oh, you know, whatever. Like, because if it fucking goes on for a decade, then we're going to be fucking fighting about it in a decade. You know, it's going to be like haunting or...
Yeah, but I don't understand why you and Liz were having a fight about when your anniversary is, because who cares? Like,
Yeah, but...
why we even fight about that? Like, let her think it's when she thinks it is, and you
Yeah,
think
that's what
it
I
is
did.
when you think it is.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was doing, but still, it's like, it was like one of those things that, like, you know, it was always fucking there. Like, that always happened. You know what I mean? And so, I'm like trying not to fuck up a relationship. You know, like I'm trying to have one.
Yeah, I think the problem with the relationship with Liz was that you guys bickered all the time. And that's
Yeah.
like shows it. Like you were bickering over the stupidest thing that I could think
Yeah,
of.
she's
Like,
talking about like the one time when I kicked her out of my car and then went and picked her up again like 12 years ago.
either forget it or you shouldn't have gone on. Like, why did she get back in the car? I guess she needed a ride home from Valverde, but
I mean, I don't remember, and I don't know, and I don't care, and it doesn't fucking matter. Ow.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Like how you could be mad at a person, like years later, you're still fighting, and like you don't even remember why or like what happened. Like it was so insignificant.
She remembers that it's because I'm terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm not terrible, then like, you know, whatever.
So people should just like not continue with those. I think I got it right. At the end of when I was dating.
Anyway, that's what I have been telling these girls is like, if we make out or whatever, then like that's our fucking day. Like that's our date. That's like how we started. And if it's not fucking going good, or if you want to fucking be with other people or whatever, like
end it.
Then we're just gonna end it.
Good.
Because like I'm not gonna try to like make some shit last like fucking 10 years before I find out that I just wasted 10 fucking years trying to hang out with you.
Right. And then you're like living in the moment.
Yeah.
You're having fun. And when it's not fun, end it.
Yeah. And you don't gotta think like, oh, is she off like fucking banging with some other guy? Like you could just think like,
and the fun's not gonna end.
Huh?
The fun won't end.
Yeah.
Like
you don't gotta think like, oh, are they out like trying to find somebody else or something? Because it's like, well, if you were out trying to find somebody else, then you would just fucking end it.
Right.
You know? So it's like, whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of girls, what's funny is that a lot of girls are actually more the way that guys are than they say guys are.
Right.
Like, they say that guys are the ones that are out trying to bang everybody. Guys are the ones that are like, can't stick to somebody, or that are like lying about something or whatever. Like, that's a guy thing.
Like
that's
having
a fucking
two
girl
wives, or, you know.
Having like multiple girlfriends. Like, girls have multiple fucking boyfriends.
Yeah.
Like, just as likely. If not more likely. But I think that's why those are like the single ones, you know? Like, I think the one, like, I keep saying, like,
in 7 miles, take exit 202 for Arkansas 33 toward Biscoe.
like, the good girls are all like getting out of high school, like getting married to their fucking high school sweetheart.
Right.
You know, like, that's where all the good ones, that's what they do. You know?
Yeah.
All the good ones are fucking taken. You know? But, I don't know.
Next time I should bring my tripod for you.